Good morning, my Doordash people. I thought I would, as you can see by the thumbnail, I thought I would do a beginner's guide or user's guide on the Doordash driver app. They probably have a few videos like this out there. I don't know to what detail, but I'm sure they have a few videos out here kind of explaining. I just thought I'd do one myself. It might be a little different than the way they do it. I'm actually doing a screen record, and I'm actually going to show you every available option feature that you can click to open up, and I'm going to show you exactly what areas of the app has what. I'm going to explain to you in detail so you know, just in case you are somebody that's interested and wants to become a DoorDash driver, sign up with DoorDash. At least you'll have an idea of what exactly you go to in terms of certain things on the app to access certain things. With that said, I will have any personal information blurred out just because it's my personal information. I'm doing it with my actual account. It should be pretty open in terms of showing things. It shouldn't be anything too much personal that I have to blur out. But like I said, I'm going to be opening up everything. Video will probably be about 10 minutes, kind of going through everything or whatever it is. So only if you have time. And like I said, if you want to find out, maybe you're a driver currently and you've never opened everything up, but you like to know what certain things are or whatever it is, these are for you as well. Just generally anybody that's interested, like I said, in the DoorDash driver app in terms of if they signed up or they're already signed up. So just bear with me while I switch it over. Like I said, it's going to be a screen record, and I am going to do a talk over. So I'm going to be talking while my screen is recording through the app as I'm opening up everything, just so you can see exactly and you can hear exactly what it is that I'm showing you in detail. So bear with me while I get this video patched in, and we'll see you in a second. Okay, people, so here we go. Here's the mapping section of exactly where you're at. The blue dot is where I was currently at the time that I was screen recording. But as you can see, I will go to the bell at the top left here. I will click onto that. This is an update screen. It's pretty much going to let you know of any updates that DoorDash needs to let you know or make you aware of. Any security protocols, that's where this will be at. So now we're back to the regular screen here. Next thing is promotions. That was right to the right. It's letting you know any promotions, any peak pays, anything like that going on. It will let you know any offers on this section here. And again, that's the promo section at the top of the app there, which is next to the bell. Then the next thing is the shield sign, and that's pretty much to swipe for 911 assistance or connect to ADT for any security reasons that you need to reach out to them. That's what that would be for. Then, of course, you have the question mark that was at the top right there, and that's where you have all these detailed things, your earnings, your pay schedule, Dasher's pay, any kind of facts, frequently asked questions, and any help, and you can contact Dasher support at that point as well. That first tab is going to have your earnings. It's going to explain to you what dash time is, active time, the balance of the amount that you have after driving. And it's going to have all those details there if you don't know exactly what that means. Then the pay schedule is going to have the schedule, the days that you get paid, if you're going to have directly deposits, if you're going to have an instant no fee deposit with your Dasher Direct prepaid card, or if you have fast pay with the debit card that you're going to link with your bank account. And here is going to be the help screen, which is going to then forward you to the website. And then that's pretty much going to have a breakdown of how the Dasher Pay works, the Dasher Pay model, the base pay, any promotions, any tips, the acceptance screen. And then when Dashers get paid, the weekly deposit is going to break down everything there when you go to that help section and your earnings potential. So that's just another page that you can view that will take you from outside the app and put you onto their website. And then you would just have to click done and close, and then you'll go back to the actual app. So and we will continue on in a moment. So now we're back to that screen here. And then what ends up happening at this point, excuse me, is you can actually, the one where it says car right above Dash Now, that's where you can click car, e-bike, or bicycle. Make sure that you always have it on the actual item that you're going to be using for your dashing. I made a mistake, and one day I actually had it on bicycle, and I dashed now, and I didn't get orders for like an hour, and I didn't know why, but I didn't realize that that was put on bicycle. So always make sure that, obviously, if you're in a car, make sure that it's on car. For some reason, if you're not getting orders after a long time in this specific type of case, double check that and make sure that you have it on car or have it on bicycle, because it'll only send you orders based on car pickups, or if they have stores within bicycle range that they can give you. But like I said, this is the mapping that will just kind of show you wherever you have your geographical maps areas that are outlined in red. So if you sign up in that area, that's the area that you're going to stay driving within. When you click Dash Now, you'll see the time that'll pop up, and you can just go and you can select the hours that you want to dash up until. And once you select that time, then it'll put you in the market to actually start receiving orders. At that point, that lets DoorDash know that you're signed in. You'll be signed in till 4 p.m. or whatever time you have it, and then that will be set. The next screen that we're going to have here is your schedule screen. And your schedule screen is going to have it for a week out. You'll be able to tap on each day, and you can set your schedule based on the cities that you're signed up to get notifications for. In my case, I've picked Anaheim and Glendale, so that's where I would do that. You can pick the next day and the next day and the next day, all the way to the next Monday. You can schedule your routes when you're not a top dasher. You can schedule your routes here in terms of the times that you want to dash. And dashes cannot be overlapped. So you can't put a dash on the same day from like 2 to 4, but then schedule another one from 3:30 to 6. They have to have a 30-minute gap in between. So on the settings part at the top of the app there, in the schedule section, when you press settings, this is where you would be able to click the cities that you like to drive in. This is when you'll get notifications that'll say Anaheim and Glendale is busy, but you click all the cities that you don't mind driving in, and they will alert you and let you know when it's busy, or any promotions or anything like that are going on in those specific cities or driving areas. It will let you know. So make sure you go into that settings point on the schedule tab. Go to the settings wheel and then click the cities on or off, whichever ones it is that you want to drive in. And if you don't want to drive in some, unclick them, because you'll get all these notifications for areas that you don't want to drive. And then again, there's a help section for it. The question mark on the right there, again, that takes you to all the help page. So now when you click account at the bottom there, the app, you get your profile information. And this is where I have my information blurred out. You just has your first, last name, your phone number, your email address, and maybe some emergency contact information. Then here's the vehicles tab there at the top, and that's where it'll show you what type of car you have, and that's where you can click that, and you can actually change your car or add a new vehicle. If you can't do it through there, then you can contact support and they'll change it for you. And of course, if you had an e-bike or a bicycle, that's where you would pick or choose whatever you have there. Then, of course, your settings. This is where your mapping services is that you're going to use. So you have an in-app navigation with Google Maps. So pretty much DoorDash has partnered with Google, and they incorporate Google Maps into the DoorDash app. So it's like a one-stop shop where you can dash and have the Google Maps all attached in one app. Me personally, I like the Google Maps outside of the app because it just doesn't work as great as having it in the app. So when I click directions, once I've accepted the order, it then takes me to the Google Map app. I just personally like it that way. Some people might like Apple Maps, but me personally, I like Google Maps. It's a lot more detailed in terms of where I need to go and turn, and I can see it 3D, or I can see it real time. On that note, so also now below, you can have notifications. You can slide push notifications, so that will let you know when there's any kind of extra pay out there, any kind of promotions, things like that. You need to have that clicked on. Cash on delivery, that's something that I do not mess with because it's not something I want to do. These are orders where customers are willing to pay cash, but on that note, you have to remember that maybe you'll have to carry a lot of change. You need to be able to give them change back exactly as they want. Don't assume that they'll give you the remaining money as a tip if you don't have the cash. So it kind of puts you in a situation, but it's totally up to you. Me personally, I've never tried it. I don't want to do it because I don't want to have to start carrying cash to give customers change. To me, it's not that much of a benefit, and I can assume that not very many people pay cash on spot. So that's pretty much it here. Waze is not available right now, but if it is, it'll come up. So now we're on the ratings page there, as you see on the bottom. This is where you're going to see your customer rating, and it's going to be all based on the last 100 deliveries that you've made. So you go into the customer ratings, and they're going to rate you from 1 to 5, and then down below it's customer feedback, from communication, followed delivery instructions, order handling, and friendliness. And if they personally type a comment, it's going to be down below there if you scroll the screen up. But this is where your customer ratings are going to be at. Like I said, it's based on 100 deliveries, so you'll have to cycle another 100 deliveries to remove the 1-star, remove the 4-star. And I don't know why it's a 1-star. My service is so great. Somebody just must have had a bad day. But for me to remove these, it's like I'll have to complete another 99 orders to then remove those at some point. And down here below, as I had said earlier, this is where customers would personally type quotes. So now we will go into the acceptance rating, and this is where it tells you the percentage of orders that you've accepted and let you know. As you know, right now I have 100%, as I always speak on. I accept all my orders, but my market is different. You have your completion rate, and that's from the time that you accepted the order that you actually completed the whole order and delivered it on time. You didn't accept it and then take it back or take the order or whatever. And then you have, of course, on time or early to the store and delivering promptly to the customer itself. So that percentage there. And then you have, of course, your lifetime deliveries, which for mine is 4,208 deliveries that I've done to date. So now we're on the earnings tab. So this is where you will see this week's earnings at the top here. Then it'll tell you the balance right below there. It'll tell you the active time that you drove and the dash time that you drove. And then, of course, as you scroll down, you can see your week-to-week pay that you've been paid up, and that you've been paid how much total for the week. You actually have the deposits and transfer tab right there that will take you to the next page to let you know exactly how much you want to transfer or deposit into your bank account if you have that option to get instant pay. So if you click on a certain week, this is where it'll break down. Monday, February 6th, then it would have obviously Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday all within that week. Then it'll let you know your Doordash pay. It'll let you know your tips that you're getting. It'll also let you know your active time and your dash time. Your active time is when you're actually on the job doing the actual delivery, pickup, whatever. Dash time is just the time you signed in and you were open in the app. That's it. But your active time is the time where you are actually doing delivery, pickup and deliveries. So then when you click on a certain day or dash, that's when it'll break it down even more. So it'll let you know your start time, it'll let you know your end time, then it'll let you know all the deliveries you made within that dash. It'll have the breakdown of the restaurant, how much the base pay was, and it'll let you know how much the tip was. Then it'll let you know, obviously, your totals. So then that's when you click one individual day or one individual dash, it'll break it down even more. So at this point, now we're at the payout methods. So this is your weekly payout. So obviously you can set up a bank account for a weekly payout, and that'll just take it straight to the bank every Monday. It's up to 3 day processing time. So just be aware of that. If you let your pay build up, it's going to take possibly 3 days for it to come to your bank account. Or you have instant pay where you can cash out once a day for $1.99. And you can only do it once a day. So now we've went through pretty much everything. So now you're back to the mapping screen. Like I said, this is where you would then click Dash Now. You would do your hours that you want to drive, and you'd get signed in. As soon as DoorDash gets you on the market, they know you're ready to go, and they'll start pinging you with the orders. And at that point, it'll come up. You can see all the details for the order, and you can accept it or you can decline it. But again, it messes with your acceptance rating, so that's something you want to kind of keep high. You don't have to accept everything, but if you want to keep a good acceptance rating, accept the stuff. So that is it, people.